video is not just for single people, but also for those of you that want to keep your relationships fun and spicy. I think it's so important that I made this video because a lot of women shy away from talking about attractiveness, what it is to be attractive, why we should be attractive. It's almost like it's this unwritten rule, like a taboo. No, there's nothing wrong with being attractive, but as usual and in keeping with what I always say, there needs to be balance in everything. You wanting to be more attractive shouldn't now make you turn into this seductress. No, that is defeating the purpose. And if that's the sort of advice you're looking for, then you ain't gonna find it here. So let's kick off by looking at what being attractive is. Now, most people associate you being attractive with you having to be like so good looking, like drop dead gorgeous, be drippity drip drip, you know, all the works, all of that. But in reality, attractiveness is a combination of many different things that are working well together in sync. So it shouldn't always be synonymously seen as being physically beautiful. You can see someone, for instance, who in society standard is considered extremely pretty, got all the looks, everything, yet guys are not attracted to them or don't find them attractive, and that's because attraction or allure goes beyond the physical. So although physical beauty is part of it, and you'll see that when we go further into the tips, it isn't everything. So before I go any further, I want to give some disclaimers. First, different people find different things attractive. So being attractive means different things to different people. Secondly, you need to be very careful because there is a thin line between being attractive and being seductive. Seduction is based on lust, and you really don't want to be going down that route. So okay, back to what I was saying. The first point is grooming and personal appearance. Even though, as I've mentioned before, looks isn't everything, it is still part of what makes someone attractive. So therefore it's important. And let's face it, men are always going to initially be attracted to what they see externally before they get to know you. So first impressions that a guy has of you can either turn them on or turn them off. And again, I'm not referring to just physical beauty here, but how you carry yourself. Are you looking sloppy? What are you wearing? How's your grooming and all of that stuff? You don't need to be into nails, threading, heavy makeup and all of that. Just look neat, tidy and presentable. All of these things won't go amiss. And you know, if you do these things, you feel good about yourself. And when you feel good, you carry yourself a lot better because you're more confident. So take care of yourself, pamper yourself, treat yourself, whatever that means to you, whatever's going to make you happy, begin to glow from within. This will make you more attractive. And I think this next point is a good follow on from what I've just said, and it's personal hygiene. And I can't believe that I'm saying this, but let's talk about the hygiene department because so many women still don't think it's important. Look, if a guy spots you from the corner of his eye, then he's like, I need to get to know this lady, you know? So he makes his moves, he gets close to you, and then bam! Hits in his face, some funky smell, like it could be coming from your mouth, your pits, the lower pits, whatever, who knows, who cares. All he's going to want to do is get out of there. Like seriously, he's going to look for the nearest exit. Now this might sound shallow, but it's the truth. A lot of people, I'm telling you, it's going to take Holy Ghost intervention to make this guy stay interested, because how do you approach someone and let them know that they're smelling without offending them? It's incredibly hard, and someone that doesn't even know you is not going to do that. So you need to keep yourself clean, refreshed, shower, brush your teeth, scrape your tongue, deodorize, all of that. I don't need to go into details, just do what you've got to do. And I've touched on this before in my sex series. If you know that you have a problem in this area, like you can smell yourself or someone close to you has even mentioned it to you before, then work on it. Do yourself a favor and start doing something about it. There's even medical help if your case is severe or extreme. Don't let something like smells block your blessings, boo. And I know it's hard to talk, but these things are necessary. I'm out here trying to help you. I'm trying to help you level up your game. And on smells, unless you're allergic to perfume or you just don't like them, wearing some nice smelling fragrances enhances your femininity and it can make you a lot more attractive. It's scientifically proven that we're attracted to pleasant smells, and different fragrances can trigger different hormones in the body, you know what I'm saying? And moving on from this, you want to wear clothes that fit you right. Now, if you've been here a while, you know that I've been trying to change up my wardrobe. I've been trying to wear clothes that fit me right, and it's not been easy because I've had to get over the mental hurdle of feeling comfortable in clothes that actually look right for my body type. But I'm seeing that it's definitely worth it. Generally, how we dress is one of the first things that people notice on us, and it says a lot about us, or at least the impression that we're giving off to that person of who we could be. So you really want to be careful of how you dress if you want to be attractive. You don't want to attract the wrong kind of attention. You can still look sexy, you can still look fly in decent outfits, you know. And I'm a little bit concerned with how things are going, like how nudity, and I mean nudity, has practically become acceptable. You can't say that you want to attract a decent guy if you're attracting him for all the wrong reasons. Like, you're practically giving him everything on a platter. No taster, nothing. Like, he doesn't have to work for this. And I know that I sound like your aunties right now, but I'm gonna be your auntie today and tell you the truth. You need to start moving on different levels if you want to attract different people. You're not a chicken looking for scraps, so stop acting like one. Level up fast, and that's in your dressing as well, and actually show that you know who you are. If you listen to the conversation that a lot of men have these days, you will actually find out that they are tired of seeing the same thing, and they just want something different, something that's not generic. So be different. Embrace being rare. Confident women are not afraid to stand out from the crowd. You're not trying to look like everyone else. You're trying to be you. Remember that. Now, the next point is your posture and your body language. And I'm going to do a separate video on etiquette and deportment for all of you, but your posture is so important. You don't want to be sloppy. You want to sit upright, because these things drastically change how you appear to other people, and they instantly make you look better poised. Instantly. Little feminine things like a little head nod here, a little stroking up the hair when you're talking. All of these little things can add to your attractiveness, you know. How you communicate is also important. Are you overly loud and brash and shouting and speaking on top of your voice because you're trying to gain attention? No, you don't need to do that. Speak normally. Again, confident women don't have to be the loudest in the room. Let your presence speak for you. I've said this before, and I know this probably sounds like a lot to take in, but baby, that guy is noticing everything, so you be everything that you can be. My next point is to be discreet and strike curiosity. Not everything about you needs to be laid out and discussed, especially if it's the first time you're meeting this person, or like it's a first date. Don't put your whole life's history out there, and don't go in interrogating the other person with like 100 questions. There's a time, there's a place for these heavy questioning, and it's definitely not a first date. So just bear all of these things in mind. Don't be too heavy on people. It's also a good idea to not just always talk about yourself, like blah, 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 or even talk about other people. Because if you're there, like on a first date, revealing other people's secrets, revealing other people's business, the person that you barely know that you're speaking to is going to be thinking, okay, how am I going to trust this girl with my business? They're not going to be able to fully open up to you, because red flags are going to be going off like, she's telling me someone else's business and she barely knows me. So be discreet, have discretion in your conversations, in your conduct, and also strike curiosity. Leave them hanging. Don't reveal too much, like I said before. Leave them something that, yeah, I want to find out more of this person. I want to get to know them more. I'm intrigued, I'm impressed by them, which ties nicely to my next point, which is live and enjoy your life. Find things to do that enrich you, fulfill you, make you come alive, make you a better person. When that person sees that you've got other things to do outside of them, so let's say that they call you for a day and you're like, oh no, I just got to check my diary because I think I've got Pilates or something else going on. They'll start to think, okay, this person, they got a life, they're doing other things. She never told me about Pilates in our first date. What else do I not know about her? So that's what I'm talking about when I say strike curiosity. Don't chuck it all on the first time that you meet them. Be everything that you can be for yourself, and don't wait on any man before you start living your life. That's why I'll always advocate for you seeing yourself as a whole and not some half waiting for someone else to come and complete you. You are complete even in your singleness, and you should enjoy your life regardless of if someone is there or not. What you see around you, especially on social media, will have you thinking that you're missing out on life. But if you're not happy when you're single, you ain't gonna be happy when you're booed up. Happiness is a state of the mind, okay? So you need to make the most of your life. You also want to captivate this guy by your mind, your intellect, and the things that you do. Have future goals, have things that you're working on and working towards, apart from your hobbies and your interests. And if you think that your life right now is boring, it doesn't have to be that way. Infuse life into it. Start to do things that aren't boring. It's really that simple. Step out of your comfort zone and do life. Let him be amazed by you, and you have more things to talk about as well. You don't have to be book smart or intelligent or geeked out to be able to hold a decent conversation with someone. Stare your mind, and you stare his mind, and embrace being different. Don't try to fit into a mold like I've said before. It's so tempting to ditch your uniqueness, but carry your uniqueness with confidence. Embrace your quirkiness and the little things that make you you, the little things that make you stand out, and that guy will be attracted to it. Now, my next point is to be hard to get. Make him work for you, and I mean let this guy sweat, and do it tactfully in a way that he will enjoy the chase. So you don't have to be too hard that you become inaccessible. What I mean is, don't make the access too easy. This actually attracts a lot of men, to see that you're confident in yourself and you don't need them to make you feel giddy and good about yourself. Like I said in my previous points, don't lay everything down on a platter. Call me old school, but a man needs to earn being with you. And I'm not saying you play childish games like ignore his calls and all of that junk. No, that's just dumb. That's playground. What I'm trying to say is, you let him do the chasing. You don't do it. Otherwise, you might come across as like desperate. And as soon as many guys sniff desperation, you don't become much of a challenge for them, and the interest might dwindle. So remember your worth. Remember that you're worth far more than rubies when you're tempted to just lower your standards. Many of us have so many insecurities, stuff that we're not happy with even on our body, but we shouldn't ever let that dim our lights or make us feel less than, or make us not feel worthy about ourselves. How we feel about ourselves affects a lot more than we think, and subconsciously we're letting people know what we think about ourselves. And I'm not telling you to be conceited or full of you, but you need to embrace and embody the beauty that you do have. Focus on what you do like about yourself and enhance your beauty if you must, but remember that your character and your personality, your aura, your vibes that you give off is far more important than your looks. I'm telling you, you're more than your body, and you're more than what we can physically see. You're a spirit, you have a soul, you live in a body. So remember that all these things work in sync with each other. It's all subconscious, but people can feel energized, revitalized around you. They can feel happy, or they can feel drained and negative. Everyone has intuition, which lets them know what you're about. Just by spending a little time with you, they'll know you, they'll be able to read you. So be mindful of your attitude, because it ties into how attractive you are as a person. And if you're frequently one to give off negative vibes, then maybe you need to do something about it. Maybe this is the time, because it's never too late to change. Okay people, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you liked the content. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you want more content like this. And remember that it's one step at a time to becoming confident. Bye for now, and I'll see you in the next one.